back down at Baden all. We've decided to jump on Glovers for the 24 hours. We booked it a couple of weeks ago because the quarry was full. But when we arrived this morning, there was a couple of swims that had come available. But we've lugged the bivvies and everything down, and so we've decided to give this a go. It's a nice water. A couple of nice fish have been out in. Not a lot, like, you know, just a few 30s, a nice common of £41 come out of here not too long back, which is a real mint looking fish. Stock wise, we just don't know what's in here. I've spoke to the bailiffs, they don't really know exactly on numbers on how many big ones there is or etc, so it's a nice little refreshing change. You could get one what they don't know about. It's not fished too well all year round, so hopefully as we're coming into these colder months, with it having a slow year, maybe it might have a bit of winter form. You never know. We're not in winter yet, still in the autumn. Does feel like winter most days. It has been for myself at work when we're being a ground worker out in streets, bloody doing this and that in that cold and wet. But I'm always bloody ill, but you've got to earn a living somehow, haven't you? Get funds up for the fucking missus, the kids, and for the fishing as well. But I've just put the rods out. I've put 2 out on singles, just past where the wind's easing off the water on a bit of slack, about 3/4 away across. It feels lovely and clean, you know. It is known to be a weedy water, but when I came on in the summer, there was only little straggles and strands here and there, clumps and that. So finding a spot was easy. So I've just gone with two single pop-ups there. On my usual rig, the Gemini Ronnie rig booms, and I've put one in close in. I had a feel around with lead, and as it goes out about 2 to 3 rod lengths out, and it drops off, and then it comes back up a touch. So I've put a PVA bag, just basically a little 12mm wafter, yellow one, with just ground bait and plenty of liquid, a nice sweet liquid, and I've put that there in that what feels like a bit of a channel. Couldn't really say, I don't really know the place that much, like I say, I've only fished it the once and blanked. But down in swims 2 and 3, Keith's in 2, I'm in 3. Keith's going to be targeting around the far margin there, just on the drop off with the bait boat. I'm going to be casting singles for now, but I'm thinking of dottering a few boilies here and there and in the area where I'm fishing. I've got 2 pop-ups out there, so if anything's swimming across, moving about, picking the odd bait up here and there, you know, see if something that can happen that way. But for at the moment, I've just put the singles out there. The area feels nice, and maybe someone's already been fishing in here, as the bird life has been hanging around over there, so you never know. Could be they could be just cleaning up the last of the naturals or another angler's bait. So I'm going to give it a couple of hours and just keep watching, see if anything does show, because I know I was down in the summer for the first 2 hours or so. Apart from when we first got there was a little common did show, and then they just started showing everywhere. I'm going to keep zigs in mind as well, just in case, but for now I'm going to stick with the pop-ups and the PVA bag. Like I said, only just put them in, so that's that. Plans going forward, it's still going to be this complex. It's going to be either here or or on the bigger lake on the quarry. And I think we just flip between them both. You know, I only get out once every fortnight, so makes no odds to me which one. Both got fishing in what I want, so that's all that matters. Could be a slow process this winter though, you know, fishing these two waters. It's not going to be easy. Like I say, I've only got the one fish under my belt on the quarry for all the sessions I've done, all the hours I've put in. You know, but there's still people fishing it who's not had anything out of there. So, you know, Keith's had the two, had the linear and the £20 common. I've had the £29 common, which I'm happy with up to now. I'm just going to keep plodding on, plugging away. Hopefully that 40 comes along, maybe a nice 30 in between. You know, you never know. If you're at home and you're not on the bank, you're not going to catch him. Well, what I'll do, I'll jump off and get back on a little bit later. See if anything happens. If not, it'll just be me ranting on as usual, rabbiting away. Find something to bore you with, but you know, like I say, just about my fishing this, nothing else. So, thanks all for tuning in again. I'm going to get the front on this brawly bivvy, what you call it, the little 10 piston. It's only a little V1, bought it second hand off Keith. With the front on, 100 quid, you can't grumble at that. Ground sheet in and everything, ready for the winter. I probably will pick up a winter skin for it. I'm getting old now. And keep myself all cosy for the winter. Right, I'm going to jump off for now. And I'll probably jump on a bit later with a few little tips. What I do for the winter. It's not going to be catching tips, you know. We all do different things through the winter, you know. I don't really change much in the winter. I just, more or less, for me, I just slow down with the bait. That's all. Bring the changes, obviously. Go with the different colours. Go with the food baits on one rod, etc. Just keep chopping and changing until you find something on that day what works. So I'll bug off for now. I'll get back on a bit later. Hopefully. Fingers crossed for me or Keith, you know. I'd like to see someone on the bank. We've got 24 hours. They've let us on early as well. So we've got an extra hour and a half for our money. It's a bit cheaper than the quarry light, you know. Here we go. Right, what I'll do, I'll pan this camera around now, give you a little look at the swim, and take it from there. So thanks all for tuning in, and I'll see you all soon. As we're looking out now, just here, this is where Keith's swim is here, where you can see there's a bit of a bench poking out. I'm just swing it round now, bit by bit, zoom round this there. It's that far bank. In the warmer months, it's lovely and all reed lined. There's no fishing from the far bank unless it's very quiet. Sometimes the bailiffs do allow you to set up over there if nothing's set up over here. I'm coming into my area. There's the little babies there. Hopefully they can do the business. So this rod, basically, it's just out, as you can see, where the wind just stops, where there's a bit of slack water. Same with this rod, both around a rod length apart from each other. I've got this one on the bag, the third rod on the bag, and that's just there, just underarm, in a little channel. The lake, it goes all the way up. Right up. Not a huge water, but it's big enough. All the way around to the next swim, which is nice. It's all otter fenced. things we've seen on social media about otter being spotted, so they've fenced it all off. The swims have been all re-gravelled as it was flooded the other week, but someone was lucky enough in the floods to have a nice 30+ mirror out, so well done to that capture. What I'll do as well, I'll go through the Facebook page. Obviously I'll be cropping them and cutting the people's heads off, because I will not have permission to show who they are. People might not want to be put on other social media platforms, but I'll just cut out a few pictures of the fish, show you what the quality of the fish are like in this water, so you can get a gist of why I'm here, what I want, and take it from there. And I'm sure you'll all agree that there's some belting looking fish. Well, for now, I'll sign off and I'll get back onto you shortly. Well, sorry about the darkness. It's around 3 o'clock now, and it's gone really dull. Wind slightly swung round a bit, hence I've got the door half zipped up. Basically, I've left the rods in situ. I'm not going to change anything with it. I'm just going to stick with it. I'm going to catapult a few boilies out now where the single ones are, as the light levels are dropping, so the seagulls will stay off it. PVA bag, that's just going to be left where it is. I think it's alright though. It feels around 6-7 foot in depth. That'll do me. Well, so let's get back to winter. Main priorities for me, best tips I can give you for winter is about yourself. Always look after yourself. Make sure you've got nice warm clothing on. Me myself, I just get get tracksuits. You know, they don't have to be the fishing ones. I just go to the sports shops, a couple of cheap pairs of trackies. Get yourself layered up. 2 t-shirts, hoodie, 2 pairs of trackies, and then I do have another suit there, which is one been designed for fishermen. It's a thermal suit. When it gets really cold, that goes on. Nice warm socks. Good winter boots. You know, always keep your feet warm, keep your head warm. You know, that's your main priorities. Food wise, go for something instead of, like I see a lot in the winter, people shivering away on their bed chairs with a pre-packed sandwich meal, stuff like that. Leave all that alone and stuff what you're gonna cook yourself on the bank. For me, I get like the pastas and stuff from the fridges out the supermarkets. They're nice and filling, they're warm, and they are tasty. You know what I mean? Get something warm inside you all the time. Hot drinks, cup of soups, things like that. You know, it's main priorities in winter is making sure that you're comfortable. Because if you're comfy and you're warm, you'll fish better. You'll enjoy it. You won't want to be packing up for go home and things like that. Make sure you've got yourself. If you're in a bit of a, you're gonna get a nice thick ground sheet in it. You know, your bed, a decent bag on your bed and overthrow. You know, make sure that you're gonna stay warm in those hours of darkness, especially when you're asleep. It's the worst time for the cold gets you is through the night when you're asleep. You know, so just make sure that everything is going to work for you in these cold months coming up. The more you stay warm and dry, the more you will enjoy it. I've done many a winters now. I've made mistakes in winter. I've gone out and not had the right stuff. I've had daft little thin sleeping bags because I want to keep everything light. I want to be ultra mobile, etc. And it's got to where I've made myself either really ill or I've had to go home due to I've been too cold. It's not one. No one. Just being comfort, being warm, main priority. Also through the winter months, for myself on the let's say like on the bait approach. I've always done well on PVA bags, solid bags with plenty of liquid, and like a ground bait mix, pellet mix. You know, you can get them from mainline, you can get them from anywhere really. You know, just a nice stick mix. You know, if you're fishing on say sticky baits Manila, you know, some little 2-3 mil pellets and the stick mix that together. Bang that in a bag, plenty of liquid, little pop up inside. There you go. A nice little parcel, nice attractive parcel. You know, for them to come over. Not much food in there. They suck it up. It just wafts up. It just sort of puffs up in a nice cloud. Which is it's another good little tactic in the winter. Zigs work very well through the winter. Single up baits do the job if you can actually find fish showy. You know, then getting single up baits on the red, it can pay dividends for you. It really can. Right, so basically, winter fishing for me, most important thing is yourself, staying warm, enjoying it. Right, I'm gonna be off ski now because I'm gonna get outside there now, get my jacket on and that, you know, and get outside and have a real good look. I was sat on my bed here looking across this water. I've only got a small view, you know. I want to have a good look around, you know, maybe if the showing rate up swims up on the far bank, you know, I could probably judge there there could be a route up and down that bank there, around the middle zone anyway, you know. Keep your options open. Right, so until then, I'm going to jump out there, have a little scan about, and get some food on. Yep, and it's pasta. And see if it can happen through the night. Keep your fingers crossed. You never know. It's not an easy water, this. Not at all. Well, after this, I'll bang up a few little pictures what I've cut down, etc. of a few of the fish what's in here, like one of the 40 commons and one of the 30 plus mirrors. You know, I'll have a look at what the stamp of fish looks like. So until then, I'm gonna bog off. Well, nothing really to report. Sorry about this red light. It's just while I'm watching the water, if I have the white light on, it's just black outside. But with having this red light on, I think it helps you focus your eyes a lot better. I can see more or less straight across the lake now. I'm not seeing no signs of any shores or anything. It's coming up for about 9:30 at night. Still plenty of time, you know. I've sticked out around 50-60 boilies in the area of the 2 rods. Left the bag in situ where it is. Which I've not seen no reports on the Facebook page for the fishery of any captures from here for a week or so. So I don't know when looking at the booking system there has been people fishing it. But you never know, not everybody publicises the captures. So maybe summer has been out and it's been kept low key. So hopefully you've seen that I've managed to add the pictures and you've seen them. Have they a couple of fish that have been out of here in the last month or 2. It's the bangers, especially that common. That common came in at just over £41, which would be nice. It's exciting to think that there's fish of that calibre swimming around in this pool. Just by all accounts, everyone I speak to say it is a very hard and tricky water. The bailiff has said it's not fished at all well all year. You know, there've been the odd few lucky ones. You know, good angling on their behalf as well. So let's just see what this night brings. It's raining quite heavy now. You know, so let's see if something spurs them on. The rain could knock them on the head, it could spur them on, it could work in your favour, it could work against you. You never know. As long as there's lines in the water, there's always a chance. I've backleaded the 2 rods what's out at range. The PVA bag is it's only underarm, it's only 3 rod lengths maximum out. So I'm just fishing that on a relatively slack line on a drop off lead with a little 12mm wafter in a bag of the stick mix ground bait stuff and plenty of liquid, which I've already mentioned earlier. We'll see how it goes. Keith's not had no interest in this, next door to him's not had no interest in him. Like as I said, Keith's concentrating 2 rods on the far margin, hence using his bait boat. I'm covering like the 3/4 and the middle area with my rods, so we might have, it's like more or less got all bases covered. Let's see if it can happen. If not, the way it goes, isn't it? I'm going to bug off now and drink this coffee. It's quite a mild night, it's 9 degrees through the day today, so not really freezing. Still feel a little bit of chill, but not much. You know, I've got the ground sheet down and that, so it's quite a lot cosier. Warms up very quickly as soon as you're making a brew in here. In this, it's only a little one of them little V1 Tempests with the extension on the front. Just got it letterbox down now while I'm watching the water. It's the best thing to do, even in these conditions. Like, you know, there's no point just zipping your door up and fucking hiding away. You know. Most of the times I've been on waters where everyone's zipped away, boom, fish showing not too far from where they're fishing and not catching. I've been watching, and the ones fish have showed, what, 20-30 yards. I've brought them in, put a stringer on, banged them right on their heads, and within an hour or so they've rackled off. And I've had a few of the special ones like that in some of the waters that I've fished over the years, so it's just me, it's just the way I like to do it, you know. It's not me when I'm not looking at the camera. It's not me being ignorant in that. It's like I say, I'm always watching, no matter what time of day. If I'm not cooking, if I'm not up phone or making a bloody cig or a rig, there's my TV out there. Some people find it boring, the missus does. And she's been over on the local meal last year, and she's bring the kids over. And she's called me an ignorant beep. Well, all you say, I'm just watching, you know, you got a big piece of water in front of you. She's saying, how boring is that, just looking at the water? How boring. It's each to their own, and they don't understand, they're not anglers, they don't understand. Right, that's enough of me in this red light district. People might probably think I'm in the prostitution game or something. Right, I'm off ski now, and I'll bog in through the night if anything happens, or in the morning, you know. Like I say, we're packing up in the morning as well, heading home, ready for the dreaded work Monday. Look at see where we can book for a fortnight's time. Still considering the idea of when we break up from work, we've got 16 days off, considering with the idea of Cromwell. I've got a long time off work, see what the missus has got planned, etc. When it's the Christmas period, family comes first, and if we can fit in a trip somewhere, I will do. If not, it might be an overnighter, 24 hour again, once or twice over the Christmas period, add on this complex, or somewhere different, I don't know. But this is where I want to concentrate my time on the quarry or on here. Well, on the way, straight through the winter, obviously. Persistent, they've not got lids on. In here, we know, I know now there's fish over £40 in here. In the quarry, there's been fish caught to over £50 in there. You know, immaculate looking commons as well in there as well. And there's some mint looking 30 plus mirrors. Real mint lookers. Some nice ones in here. We've got the other lake over the back of this one over there. That's got some belted upper 30s in as well. It's about the choice really. So we've got 55 some miles or something like that. Just over an hour and 15 minutes drive or something if you're coming early in the morning. It's not too bad. Right then, I'm going to say good night for now, and get back on later. Cheerio. It's just gone midnight. In the last hour, Keith's seen a couple of shows. Been over on the far bank. I've seen a bit of a commotion close in to my right. I've had a little single bleep on the bag rod. It's a very still night. It's looking good for a bite now. Fingers and toes and everything are crossed. Looks lovely out there. Don't know what you can see on the camera. But it does look nice. Doesn't feel that cold now neither. Got everything crossed now, I'm on edge. I was going to get my head down, but not now. Amazing what a little bleep can do. Let's just see. That's all for now. I think that's going to be all. Got about an hour and a half now. I'm going to start packing away. Since the early hours of the morning there's been one show further right up. Only indication how bad is that one single bleep. Well, that's fishing. I'll be back. So until next time, if not anything happens or not, I'll be back on. But if not, I'll see you on the next vlog.